this is so random, you guys, but it's like,
who's Anthony? Sorry.
So he's just basically like me and Cody's partner or whatever, but he's basically like my business mentor, and he's actually a fucking phenomenal one. And he's just like one of the boys. He's awesome. He's hilarious. He doesn't want anything to do with like being on video or anything like that. But he was like super interested in like the online store type of thing. And at first, me and Pat were like super cautious. Like he sent us an email and he's just like, hey, I would love to learn how this works. And we were like,
here we go again.
Yeah, here's round 2. And so we like ignore his email. He sends out another one and we just ignore it. Anyways, I get this DM on Instagram from his daughter. She's like 15 at the time. And she's like, and I didn't know it was daughter. She's like, hey, I'm turning 16 soon. I saw your truck was for sale. I really want to buy it. And I'm like, okay.
The Clapter?
Yeah.
And you were like jumping on that.
You're like, yeah, let's go.
Let's send that thing down the road.
So this is the best part of the story. So he told her, he's like, you know what? You negotiate your own deal. You want your first car. Like they made a deal. He'll get her first car. And so she's like, what do you want? And I just throw the Hail Mary out there, you know, just like not even close to what the thing's worth. And she goes, it's like 15 grand or something. And the thing was pretty clapped, you know?
Yeah, the Clapter.
Yeah. And she goes, okay, we'll be there this weekend. And I'm like, fuck yeah. God. And anyway, so they like show up. I got my white Mustang still at the time. And I'm like, get in, let's go for a ride. And I'm like swinging around the parking lot and we're hauling down the road, whatever, come back. And they were all giddy. And we were like checking out the truck. And me and Tony go for a ride in the truck, and dude, the rear end's literally about to like leave. Like you put it in gear and it's like clunk, and he's like, "What? So what is that back there?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Gen 1 thing. They all do that."
Log rolling around in the back.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, that's just a Gen 1 thing. I'm like, mine over there does it too. And I didn't even realize, but he came in the same truck, and he didn't say like mine doesn't do that. And he's like, well, she really wants it, so I'll take it. And he just hands me an envelope of cash, and we go in the house, and I just count it all right in front of him. And he's like, all right, is it all there? I'm like, yeah, it's there. And he's like driving it at home, and the thing's like falling apart. And he calls his wife, and he's like, I just got so bent. But he's like, I could not tell my daughter no.